Hello, I'm Sarsha, and today what I really wanted to do was to talk through some of my autumn cozy season crafting plans, and most of it is crochet and a little bit of felting. So yeah, I thought it'd be really fun and a good way to sort of organise my crochet plans and trying to use up most of my yarn stash in these projects. Just because it's starting to build up a little bit. So yeah, so I have my laptop here, and I'll just sort of talk through some of my crafting plans. So the first one is a felted bag. So I recently made crochet felted slippers, and those came out really well, and it was such a fun process. So I really wanted to make a bag. I was sort of thinking like a large tote bag, something that I can use up a lot of the sort of leftover wool that I have, as well as some other wool that I'm still trying to find use for. So that's why I really loved these three images that I found on Pinterest. Sadly, they're all knitting patterns. It is a little bit trickier to find crochet felted pieces, just because I know that with knit, usually tends to felt a bit better, but I have been able to find three patterns on Ravelry that I really love, and they're all free as well, which is perfect. So the first one is the Jumbo Felted Tote Bag by Kathy North. The next one is the I Felt the Earth Move handbag, just such a fun name, by Letitia Sherriff, and it has a really nice shape to it. I think that would be really fun to sort of felt and even just shape as well. The last one is the My Really Big Bag by Elisa Purnell. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Perfect size and exactly what I'm looking for, like a really big bag. I have this really pretty bright yellow yarn. This is the Shepley yarn, and it's the Purnell collection. It's 100% British wool. I got about 500 grams of this on eBay, and I really wanted to felt with it, and I think making a bag would be perfect. I have this Wisdom Yarns Poems. I think this is a worsted weight yarn, and it's really pretty. And I also have the Plymouth Yarn Company Gina, also really pretty color. And finally I have this extra fine merino wool DK in this like really lovely coral colour. I got all three of these at the charity shop. My only concern with the merino is that I used a very similar yarn for my slippers, and I felt that it didn't felt as well. But I think if I sort of combine these in some way, some sort of stripy, I think that would turn out really lovely and quite fun and colourful. For my next project, I really would love to make a lace long sleeve top, something that's very like whimsical. I think would be really lovely. I found a really great pattern / YouTube tutorial. It's by Mill Art Maro Quinn. I hope I'm saying that right. It's the long sleeve crochet blouse with pineapples. I think that tutorial is like perfect. That's the exact type of top that I want, sort of like lacy, really detailed. Sort of yarn that I was hoping to use is a sort of like extra fine merino, like a navy, even a black. I think that would be really pretty, quite autumnal. So moving along, I really want to make a chunky cardigan. So this is my inspo picture. I got this from Pinterest. Really pretty sort of chunky cardigan with that metallic clip and sort of like folded over collar. It's just so gorgeous, but I've not been able to find a pattern. There's probably a knitting pattern for it, I'm sure, but a crochet pattern with like a similar design, it's been a little bit tricky to find. So I was able to find this cardigan by Lisa Gentry, hopefully I'm saying that right, on Ravelry, as well as the TC vest by Carrie and Clements. These are really nice, sort of like chunky, cozy, autumnal like cardigans or vests. I really like the TC vest because it has a really big collar, which I really want to make. I think that'd be really fun. In terms of yarn, I was thinking I could use the King Cole Rosarium mega chunky merino wool. I think that would look really pretty and perfect thing for autumn instead of wearing like a coat, because it is that sort of transitional time where like it's not cold enough to wear a coat but it's still a little bit chilly. I would really love to make that before it gets too cold to wear just that. The next thing that I would really love to make is this really pretty sort of wrap jumper. This is a pattern by Carrie Chambers. It's her sweater wrap scarf and the pattern's free. It's so pretty. I think it's like also the perfect thing to wear when it's a little bit chilly but not chilly enough to wear a coat, and it looks quite beginner friendly and it comes out really lovely. And I just put in some other inspo pics just to think about different colors that I want it in. I'm really wanting to use Drops Air. I think it looks so nice and like fluffy and soft. I think I might go for like a white or like off-white color. I would really love to make a long sleeve fitted jumper. So I got really pretty fluffy Angora yarn at 20% merino wool and then 80% acrylic, and it's so soft and the color is like so pretty as well. I found a few patterns to make simple like jumper. One that I really like is the Drops Oatmeal sweater. Drops Designs, like they have free patterns. It looks really nice. It does have like a bit of a like a turtlenecky kind of collar, whereas I think I would prefer more of a boat neck, but I think it's still really nice. I think I would say Seti Dolce Vita. She has 2 free patterns for bell sleeve like boat neck kind of jumper. Those look really lovely, and she has YouTube tutorials on how to make them, which is perfect. And then I really love the Valentina sweater top by Fiore Garcia on Ravelry, and this is also free, which is also really great. And then finally, this is my little section for trinkets and like sort of smaller things that I can like either make as an ongoing project or just little small gift sort of items. So the first one is the popular fish pouch. So this has been sort of going around and I really like how they look, these little fish pouches, but they're all knitted. So the knitted pattern is the Ribka pouch by Rattan Sea Witch. So that's the knitted pattern. I could learn to knit so I can make one, but I did a lot of digging on Ravelry and I was able to find fish pouch pencil case pattern by Paisley. So I think it might come out a little bit bigger than the knitted fish pouches. The pattern looks really lovely. But yeah, so the crochet one is an option. So for the crochet fish pouch, I was hoping to use some of this really pretty mohair blend yarn. I got this from a charity shop. It's such a pretty color and I think it would look really nice as a little pouch that you can have as like a bag charm. So the next one is this scrap yarn basket. This is just another way to get through my yarn stash because it is growing rapidly. So I think it'd be a really nice project also because I can put my yarn in the basket, which is perfect. I actually found a free pattern for this, which is also really great. This is the scrap yarn basket by Cynthia Gonzalez on Ravelry. It looks perfect, like that's exactly what I want to make. So one thing that I'm really excited to make are these really cute like key holders, and they look like little jumpers. I think they look so cute and they seem like the perfect like gift item. They seem like it'd be really fast to make as well. And so I found 2 sort of crochet patterns. One of them is an actual keychain and then the other one is like I want to say like a key cozy. The first one is the mini sweater keychain by Collins Yarn Magic. I think this is keychain, like a jumper keychain, and I think that's still really fun as like a little keychain. And then the next one is the mini sweater keychain by Crochet by Maggie, and this is like jumper for your key, and yeah, I think that's really fun. And both of these patterns are free, I believe, so another really great like gift item to me. And with that I was thinking I would use some scrap yarn and just use up my yarn stash, which is the goal. And last but not least, I really want to make a scrap yarn scrunchie. I have quite a few little tiny balls of yarn that I need to use up. I found quite a few crochet tutorials on making a scrunchie, so that's quite good, and most of them are free, so there's lots of resources for that. So yeah, those are all my autumn crafting plans for this year. I'm hoping that I can get through all of them, but I think there are a few that might take me into winter. I think ultimately the goal for this autumn is to get through my yarn stash. I have a lot of yarn that I haven't used, which is why I have so many scrap yarn projects, because I'm really excited about winter and making really big blankets and jumpers, and don't want to feel guilty about buying more yarn. Yeah, I hope that it was inspiring. It was definitely helpful for me to sort of organize my ideas. Thank you for watching.